All right. Tip of the day. Tip of the day. Um, all of us use, hopefully, most of us are using text messaging now to some degree. Well, there's a couple of tricks I'd like to show you about the when you're doing text messaging. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Can you see my screen now, everybody?
Yes, and it's a different picture every
Yes, yes.
week.
Yes.
Okay. I've got the waterfall and just a nice blue background on the iPhone. On the iPhone, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on messages. And hey, Bill, you there with me?
I'm with you. That's what we're talking about.
Why don't you send me a message?
Will do.
Okay. So Bill's going to send me a message. I think he's going to send me a message. I'll, I'll be right back.
It just was sent.
There it is. So there's a message from Bill. Now I can reply to that message by just tapping iMessage there at the bottom, right here, keyboard, and I can say, "Hi, Bill," and send that. So, Bill, could you just respond to that and say the weather's good in Mass or something? Now I'm going to share my photo with him so I can see him and he sees that I responded with my face. And now he's typing. You can see the three dots. I know he's doing something. Okay. So now we have these different messages going back and forth between us. And I can reply to any one of these. I can reply to the first one if I tap. Well, let me show you one thing. If see where it says the weather is good here in Massachusetts. If I press and hold on that particular item, see if it works with the mouse. Not sure it will. Yes. It comes up and says I can reply to that, just that specific message. I can copy, I could translate it. So, for example, if I got a message from my daughter in law's brother, it's in Korean. I could click translate and I could translate what I'm sending him or he sent me to Korean, right? And I can copy that translation and I can paste it into the message.
Can you
The other
print it
thing I could
out?
do, oh, just a minute. I can do that. I don't know if I can print or not. Let's see. I tap more. No. I go back to message. I could send that back to Bill. I can come up here to where it says, "Hi, Bill, here's the message." Press and hold that. And I can reply to just that portion of the message. Leah, you asked, can I print it? I can copy it and then I could paste it in notes and print it from there. They don't have an option to print it from here, especially on your printer, Leah. Okay, I can
Okay,
copy
thank
it.
you.
I could reply just to that portion, right? And I can say, and I'm doing this to show you where it shows up in the note stream. I send that. Oh, I started a new message. Did that start a new message with you, Bill?
No, actually, what I've got is I've got a stream of the messages from you, and I get the hi Bill, the Korean message, and then this is a reply, and it's running right down the line.
Okay, it went right down the line. Okay.
Yes.
See what it did on mine? It's something a little different. It eliminated the first couple of messages there. Now they added a feature to messages, and I was going to show you this later, but I can show you now that I'm in messages. By the way, everybody out there, please send me a message. So I should get 19 or 25 messages here pretty shortly. So please send me a message. So I'll wait a minute before I go on here. Ah, there it is. See what it did on mine, Bill? It repeated the message up the top and say, this is a reply. Did it do that on yours?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks, we look identical. It's just, I got the Korean and then I got, this is a reply.
But did you get this message repeated, the one that's up here at the top, down here?
I'm showing a message stream that's just showing them all coming down.
Okay.
It doesn't, I don't, let's see, here is a message. And then this is a reply. Yeah, it actually put it over on the other side.
Uh-huh.
It's showing them all, but it's got mine on the right side, yours on the left side of the iPad, and it's and when you said
this is a reply.
put one over there. Yeah, that one that you have here that says, "Hi, Bill, here's a message." That came over on my right side along with all my content, but it's all part of the same stream on the iPad.
Right. But you notice I have, "Hi, Bill, here's a message you sent to me." No, which one is it? Yeah, you sent
Yes,
that to
he
me.
sent that
I
to-
replied. You sent me the weather. I replied in Korean. And then I said, I want to add to this. I wanted to have a response on that. So I pressed and held, "Hi, here's a message." And I replied to that. And you see how it showed up on mine? It repeated that one and says, "I'm replying to this section of the message."
Right, and it did that for mine too. So
okay,
it says it repeated the message there, and then it said one reply underneath
yep.
it.
Yep. So you get what's happening there is it's trying to eliminate the confusion. I could have picked any one of the messages in this stream, pressed and held it, and then clicked a reply. And it would have shown up again in the message stream with the reply, the new reply I had given to that. Okay. So the two things I wanted to show you today on this was one, how to generate a reply for a particular section of a message or a stream of messages. And the second, how you can do a translate of that. And you're right, Leah, they wish they would have added print in there. Anyone know what's is showing up on yours? I'm not sure what language you're getting, uh, Kathleen.
If you look in the chat, there's this very strange language where every letter has a diacritical mark over it. It's
I have no
inconsistent.
idea.
Nobody knows what it is. Nobody knows how to fix it. Anyway, you'll have a problem that so far 8 or 9 people in Africa
Okay,
said.
you see this? I
Uh-huh.
translated to Korean, but if you tap the little dots here,
Uh-huh,
you can translate it to the little arrows, I mean,
uh-huh.
you can translate it to a different language. It's supposed to come up. Hold on.
If I take the odd language and copy it, can I see what happens with the,
Sure. Well, no, don't copy it. Just click there and you get a whole lot of different languages that they have. Vietnamese, Portuguese.
I was actually trying to find out what the language was with all of
Yeah,
them
it
on.
should show up there and have a check mark beside it.
I don't think so, but
Is that the one you have? That's Vietnamese.
no, I have
Okay.
put a sample in the chat. If you see,
Okay. I don't see it in mine.
really, okay.
Hi, Sharon. Yes, Sharon's asking the question, are you using the updated iOS 17? Yes, I just updated to iOS 17. I think it's 0.3
Correct.
this morning.
Notice that when somebody else has a different brand of phone and they send a message, it comes through in a different color. Generally, for me, it comes through in green. But anyone who has the same kind of iOS phone or same model or same type of phone I have comes in blue.
Okay. Green.
Typical.
I don't get the green. I get the green. Oh, the address. The address comes through in a different color.
The whole message comes through in a different color. And generally, it's green.
Well, mine's not coming through in a different color. Mine's coming through all in. Maybe want to reply. Somebody's getting carried away. Who's that? Barbara. Okay. Good morning. Who's that? I'm not sure who 2098 is, but good morning to you. Good morning to you as well. Somebody wrote this as a test. So if I come down here and I tap and I say, yes, it is.
Hi there. We've had trouble getting onto Zoom. Had to update everything, so that's why we're late, but hello.
That's okay. Hi.
Hi. Guess who's here? Your friend Paul Wax. We're
Live from New Jersey.
We're live from New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
And it's
Thank
raining.
you.
It's raining.
It's raining.
It's not hot, it's not humid, it's just gray outside.
Okay,
and
anyway,
wet. Anyway,
glad we could get on.
Thank
If
you.
I hit the plus sign, and this plus sign is the new thing that's in the iOS 17. That plus sign, if I tap on that,
What are you doing? He's
it
showing
comes
you.
up with a whole list of different things you can do. So if I wanted to send a picture, I could click the camera and take a picture and put it in the note. If I wanted to add a photo, I could do that. Here's a cool one. If I wanted to add a location where I am, I just tap that and then I can send that. I'm going to share that with 8336. I'm only going to share it for an hour. Otherwise, you'll know where I am indefinitely. Okay. So there's where I am. So that's a cool feature to know about. If you're saying, if you're calling someone and say, and they want to know where you are, you can send them the exact location. They can, and they can see where you are.
Hey, Bill,
Mhm.
those functions under the plus, do you
Yes.
know if there's any way to sort them? So that the ones you use more frequently are on the top?
Yes, you can press and hold any one of them and move them up.
Thank you.
Mhm. And there's more. You can add a whole lot more functions in there. Okay. And here's the one I want you all to tap now. It says Apple Cash. I need you to tap that and send me a, never mind. There's one called stickers there, right? And here's a cool one. It's really, really cool. Everybody try that. You know, you're looking at the message you sent, right? Then you're going to add something. So you hit the plus sign and then you tap stickers.
Run through that again, please.
Well, no, you're on a message you sent. There's the message from AD. I hit the plus sign there at the bottom.
Bill, Mary Ann, I don't have a plus sign. I have a.
You don't have a
camera.
plus sign. You don't have iOS 17.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, because I don't have a plus sign either. Well, whatever you're gonna do, we can't do.
I understand. What everybody should be doing is maybe your devices can't go there. I'm not sure. We'll talk about that a little later when we talk about iOS 17.
Bill, I have no recent stickers. Why is that?
Hold on. Just hit stickers,
Where is
right?
stick?
And you see where the plus sign is?
Yes, I did.
You hit the plus sign and it'll take you to your pictures, your photos. And let me go down here to the eagle picture. Okay. And I click add sticker. And you see how it's outlining the eagle right now?
Oh, I
It's
see. Wow.
found in it's found a item in the picture, and now it's saying if you want to make a sticker out of this, I'm going to make the thing that it's circling in the white edging. So I'm going to add a sticker, and now I've added an eagle. And if I tap that, I add it to my note and I send it. So now AD has a picture just of that. They call it a sticker.
So you have to make your stickers, is that correct?
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct.
That
in this
that I
case.
know. Okay.
Bill, I have the Pro 14 phone, so what do I have to load now to get that iOS you're talking about?
Okay, we're going to talk about that as soon as I finish my
Okay.
this little discussion on
Thank
messages,
you, thank you.
because I'm going to switch to iOS 17. Okay, and we'll talk about how
Thank
you
you.
do it.
Thank you.
Okay. Prior to the class, I had a picture with a deer in it and a picture with a dog in it, and I made those stickers as well. So if I wanted to send a sticker that I've already made, I could tap the deer and send the deer to AD. Okay, so now AD, you now have a deer and an eagle. Oh, somebody sent me, oh, now how did you get those stickers? I didn't find a place to do that. Jim, how'd you do that? Unmute yourself, Jim.
Okay, I just went down below there after clicking the, let's see, I clicked the plus sign and it showed me
Yep.
all these different emojis and stuff. And I just
Yep.
tapped.
I only got, oh, I didn't get, oh, there you go. Oh, no, I didn't get the icons. When I hit the plus sign, I went directly to my photos. Oh, there it is. Okay. I hit a little face over here and I get all the emojis. I'm sorry. So let me go back. I'm in a message. All right. I'm in a message. Hi, Diane. I hit the plus sign. I tap stickers. And then I could either, I could use, I could be on the stickers little icon there, or I could hit the emoji icons and pick an emoji. And so there are various things you can tap going across there to get all kinds of different reactions. Why don't I send this one? And I send it. Oh, yes. Guten Morgen. Oh, come
Bill,
on, Bill.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
When I went in, it came up and I got a big message in the middle that said, no recent stickers, because that was going to be only the area where recent stickers are. But I had
Right.
little tiny ones across the top, and once I selected one, I then could use it to send to you.
So he's talking about the little ones up here at the top. I think you're talking about these, Brent, Bill.
Yes, those, because I didn't
If you
have any
tap,
recent ones, so I didn't have the big ones you have at the bottom.
right.
Just a
If
note
you
message that
tap,
said no recent stickers.
right. If you tap this is where the recent stickers are. And you can tap the other ones to get other stickers. So they've added the sticker capability.
Bill, I'm sorry to keep this, but it's driving me crazy. I sent you 2 screenshots of the language I'm talking about, or the odd stuff that happened after iOS
Email.
17.
Oh, there.
No, messages.
And I gotta find is am I getting oh there it is. Oh yes. I have no idea why it's coming through that way.
Oh, me neither.
But do you have the little arrows going up and down that you can choose a different one?
Um, that comes oddly, and I don't know what there's, as far as I know, there's nothing to choose.
Okay. So when you were in the message
I get
and I tap on this section of the message and I say translate.
okay.
Okay, there's the translation in Vietnamese. And I'm talking about this section.
Right,
Now,
it's actually American, but then it has all these diacritical marks over it, and
I
it
see,
makes it
I see.
difficult to read. It also changes numbers, so that whatever's in the original numbers doesn't come through.
Okay.
Okay,
And you have iOS 17?
it happened after I downloaded iOS 17. Hmm.
I'm not sure why you have that.
Can you blow up my the language to in case anybody else recognizes it?
Yeah.
There we go. There's my there's my odd language here.
That looks just like an English language with a lot of indications of how you say the letters. There are critical marks that tell you how to say the.
Is that, yeah, that is.
I learned that
E,
from taking German.
okay.
I know that every letter has the same diacritical mark over it, but other than that, I couldn't figure out because I
There's-
would get messages where some of it was in this language and other ones were just what they should be.
What I'm seeing you have on your phone, all of them are in English.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they all have the marks over it, and some of them are difficult to read. And also the numbers get changed. So if I'm supposed to say 10-5, it could be some weird number that has nothing to do with.
I would say you've changed something in settings somewhere.
Oh, yes, so did one of the Apple people, and we went through everything, and it was 5 hours on the phone. Didn't
Oh,
find
and
anything.
you've seen this before, I take it.
No, this is new.
Oh, okay.
I was,
Man, look at the
Asian-
stickers I've got. Oh, man.
Okay, I just figured that maybe here, I know sometimes people know things that Apple doesn't, so I figured I would give it a try. All right, well, thank
All
you.
Okay. I have a cup of coffee brewing. I want to go get it. Let's talk about iOS 17.
I have an XR, which doesn't do a whole lot.
XR will take iOS 17.
But it doesn't have all the information that you have on your.
I'm not sure what you mean by all the information.
It hasn't been updated.
Oh, you haven't updated it yet.
Yes, and I haven't been told I have one coming yet.
Okay,
One about
yes.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. A couple of things. First of all, anything beyond iOS 11 and above, 11, 13, 12, 13, 14, 15, will take the new iOS. iPad, iPhone SE second generation, XR, XS, Max, and XS. The straight iPhone X and below will not.
Can you go back to 16? Or now that I'm stuck with 17 now that I've downloaded it?
Yes, well, I'm not sure if there is a way to get back. I think there is, but it's not recommended because of the security features that are also added.
Okay, well. Okay, new language. All right, thanks.
Create a backup of your iPhone. The things you should do before you do the iPhone update or update with the new OS is you should make a backup in the iCloud of all your stuff. And I think I showed everyone how to do that, and I'll stick to the phone for a while. If you go to settings, you tap your name at the top, and you tap iCloud, right? You have iCloud backup. In that list, the menu comes up, shows you how your iCloud is being used. Remember the last time I went through this is go down through there and make sure your stuff's turned on. But where it says iCloud backup, you can tap that and you can say backup now. or you can tap on backup now. Now, don't do that right now, but you can do that. Okay? So the first thing you should do before you go and put a new operating system in is you should back it up, make sure you're saving everything in case something really goes foul.
Doesn't it do that automatically?
Yes.
Yes, if you have it set up, it will do it automatic. It should be doing it overnight automatically. If you have your phone plugged in, the same as way it should do an update if you have it plugged in. Make sure you have enough iPhone storage. So if you go to settings and you go down to where it says general in settings, now wait a minute so everybody gets there. And you go to general and it says iPhone storage there. Okay. You should have between, well, let's put the high end. You should have at least 5 gigabytes of storage if you subtract those two numbers. Mine says I'm using 93.8 gigabytes of 128. So I have quite a bit of storage still available. The storage I'm talking about is this area is free to be used. Okay. If you don't have enough, you could come down here and say, I'll offload unused apps. So if you have a bunch of apps like I do, and I'm not using them very often, I can enable, right? I can click on enable and I would save 23 gigabytes. Now I don't have to right now. I've got plenty of space still remaining. You could also scroll down in this list and you could find apps you don't use any longer and delete things from there.
How do you delete it?
How I'm gonna ask the class, well, how do you think you would really delete the music app, for example? Anybody have an idea there?
Press the arrow.
Oh, come on.
Yep.
Pardon?
Press
Pardon
the
me?
screen and hold it till they start jiggling.
No. You see where it says music on mine?
Uh-huh.
If I move the pointer over here and tap the arrow, I can offload the app, which will save me 19 megabytes. If I offload the app and data, that would save me 10 gigabytes almost, right? So I can offload the app and save 20 megabytes, or I can delete all my music and songs, right? There's a list of all of them, and I could actually go down here and delete individual ones. All right.
If I have something that I want to delete, that's an app and it's not listed here, where do I find it?
It wouldn't be on your device. If it's not listed here, it's not on your device, or you can't delete it.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question.
Be sure to
doing-
tap see all there at the bottom so you see all the apps you have. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Looking at this, I just noticed a thing called under the iCloud private relay. And I have it on off. Is that important? And can you explain it?
Where are you? I don't see
Well,
private.
I'm probably in the wrong spot. I'm on the iCloud that tells you how many photos and messages and
Yeah.
backup. And then
You're in the iCloud, not on the iPhone. So you're clear here. You're in there, and I go to iCloud.
and then it says private relay, and I just have it. And that's under iCloud Plus. One of them says hide my email and one of them says private relay. And I have it on off, but I never heard of it. It's on the device backups.
Again, I'm not with you. This is a screen that I'm on.
Yes,
Where,
I'm on that screen. And then it
Yep.
says, apps using iCloud, you've got that. And then you go down from there and then it says device backups. And then under device backups, then there's
oh,
another.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. So I went to iCloud backup. Is that where you are?
Yeah,
And
it's
it says
under the-
private.
Yeah.
Oh,
Private relay. I just happened to see it. You have it on off too. Does it mean anything?
well, it tells you there what it is. It says
Right,
private
but-
relay hides your IP address and browsing activity in Safari and protects your unencrypted internet traffic so that no one, including Apple, can see both who you are, and what site you're visiting. So
Right, so I read it, but I need your brains to tell me what it really means and if it's important.
what's transmitted with your information when you go onto the internet, you go to google.com or you go somewhere, is where you're doing this from, right? And so what Apple's telling you here is they're hiding that so that people looking at the traffic can't see what's going on.
So I just noticed you have it, you just turned it on, or you
I
have it on.
didn't even, yeah, I had
You-
it off. I didn't know it existed. So I'm
So
glad
you
you
ju-
mentioned
So should we all logically want to turn it on?
it. Logically, that sounds like a good idea, doesn't it?
I hope so. I'm gonna do it, but I don't, sometimes I do things
No,
and then something else happens. I don't know.
I know, but if you go somewhere, for example, you may go to a banking site,
Hmm.
and if you go there and it doesn't tell you where you're doing this from, the bank may say, I don't recognize that, and may ask you some additional questions or ask you to turn this off so that they
Okay.
know who you are.
Gotcha.
So there's a security feature that goes with that in terms of other people can see it, but the banks can also use that as a security feature to say, hey, that's not the address you called us on before. Okay?
Okay. Okay. So are you gonna keep on yours? Are you gonna keep it on?
I'll keep it on, see what happens, and I
Okay.
have to remember where I turned it on
Can you
the
talk
next.
about it in the, like, next week to tell us if you came, I'm gonna turn it off for now, but I want to find out if anything happens to what you're doing because you did that, please.
Okay, I'll leave it on, and I don't do banking on my iPhone, so we'll see what happens.
Do you do it on your iPad only?
Yeah, it's an individual one, I believe.
So do you feel it's not secure to do banking on your phone?
Pardon me?
Do you feel it's not secure to do banking on your iPhone?
Yeah. I wouldn't do it at any location other than your home.
Bill,
Okay.
okay, in the list of things I have Zoom last used 9/20/23. What does that mean since I'm now on Zoom? I don't understand the date.
This is your iPhone you're talking about, and you're
Yes,
not
uh-huh.
on Zoom with your iPhone right now.
Oh, okay, all right, got it, thank you.
Mhm.
Why don't you use your iPhone to do banking when you're not at home?
Well, because if other people are in the restaurant on that website, they have the capability of seeing what you're doing. These are the bad guys, the black hats.
But if you're not on a particular website, you're doing it over your phone connection.
Cellular?
Yeah, cellular.
Okay. Make sure you're on cellular, then it's okay. I'm thinking of
Okay.
Wi-Fi. The next thing you have to do before you load up the operating system is make sure your phone is charged. You have it plugged in and it should be at least 50% charged. I recommend you connect to a Wi-Fi stable internet service like your home. And then you go to settings. Let's see if I can go to settings here. So I'm on a Wi-Fi. See where it says Frontier 1760? That's my home Wi-Fi system. So I go to settings, general, software update. And at this point, if you don't have 17.0.3, it would come up and say 17.0.13 is available. Do you want to do it? Now I have mine set to automatic update. What that means is, and I'll tap it, automatically install iOS software updates when the phone is connected to Wi-Fi, charging, and locked.
Say that again, please. It's a little muffled.
Okay, I'm just reading what's on the screen. Automatically install iOS updates when this iPhone is connected to Wi-Fi, charging, and locked. iOS software updates, rapid security response, and system files can be automatically downloaded and prepared for installation. So I have automatically download and install turned on.
I had automatic updates and it didn't do it automatic. So what?
It's not going to, okay, because you had it plugged in last night and it didn't do it. They
Right,
can't do all 7 trillion of these things at once. So it may take several nights for them to figure out, oh yeah, we've got to do yours too.
but I plug it
Okay.
in every night.
Say
So
again, please.
I have my phone plugged in every night to charge it, so. I
I
mean,
know, and okay, it will do it eventually, but you can force it. So after the meeting today, you can update
okay, thank you,
manually.
thank you.
Okay,
I think, Bill, normally I found that the automatic update would do the point versions, but it would hold off a long time before it did like 15 to 16 to 17,
Yep.
those kind. Because there's a
Okay.
lot of changes that happen, so they want you to decide when.
Didn't know that, Bill. So yeah,
Thank you.
because I usually, if I don't get it the first night, I usually find a spare time during the day and do it.
I don't know if this would affect anybody else, but the new iPhone 15 had an overheating problem. And I had a problem getting my phone to the battery to go to 100%. It would stop at 80, and then if I plugged it in again, it would go maybe to 95 or 97. But I haven't had that problem since I updated to the patch they just released.
I bet that's one of the reasons they released the patch.
Well, yes, because they said the overheating wasn't due to a hardware issue, it was a software issue. And
you go.
so now it's okay. My daughter was in the process of upgrading from an Android to an iPhone. She finally got smart, and she said, "No, I don't think I'm going to." So we'll see. But I have had some things new that I'm having frustration with.
Yeah, that's not unusual. Do you want to name one of them?
Well, there's lots, and until somebody else gets a new one, and then I've got a new watch. I bought the watch, the phone, and the iPad the same time. So I'm having fun. I'm really frustrated on my watch, but that's a whole nother subject. And I guess I have to wait till somebody gets the new stuff before we can come up with solutions.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Bill, can I just make a quick comment?
Sure.
I was reading some stuff online about updating to iOS 17. I did not do it personally yet, but one of the things that I read is that before you do 17, you have to make sure that your 16 point whatever, you don't have any one of those 16 point somethings that you have not updated already.
And it won't let you do it.
Oh,
Okay. If you go to settings, general software update, it will, and try to do an update, it will tell you you need 16.3.5 is the next one you have to take. And you have to update that one first.
oh, okay. I didn't know that, but okay.
Yeah, you can't, it will just check and say, no, we can't do 17 yet. We're gonna do 16 point whatever.
Although last night when I did updates, it said I needed to add 16.7. And then it said, do I want to go to 17? And it let me
Oh,
do
it would
both at the
it would
same
go,
time.
it went
It brought me
directly or
all the way
do-
to 1703.
Okay,
You're a long way off. You probably need to get the earlier ones done first, but if it was just the latest 16, it did allow me to go all the way.
yeah, it won't let you do something that will cause a failure. Let's put it that way. So it does the checks and it knows.
Bill,
So this now don't take offense. I'm a blonde too. This blonde calls it American Delta Airlines. Can you tell me how long it takes till I fly from San Francisco to New York City? The agent replied, just a minute. And she says, thank you. And she hangs up. Okay. Now that we did that,
oh,
I
Bill,
can't see your faces, so I don't know if I got the grins or the what.
Bill,
Couple of head
Yes.
shakes
may I
too.
ask a question? Bill,
Yes.
Jim McIntyre, I want to ask a question, please. I know how to use Find My, so I could find my iPhone from my iPad and vice versa.
Yeah.
Is there a
Yes.
way to fix it so that I could find my wife's iPhone?
Yes. You
How
have
do
to
you
add her account.
do what?
You have to add her account.
To what?
See if I can remember where to go to do that. So Jim's trying to make sure I've had the same problem where my wife says, where's my phone? And I said, I don't know. And the one way you can do it is you can go to Safari and put in her Apple ID and password. So one way to do it on your device is to go to Safari. I don't want to go to there. Just a minute. Go to iCloud.com. So it goes to iCloud and it says sign in. And instead of signing in to your device, I want to use a different code. So I would put in my case, my wife's Apple ID. I'll use mine. And then I would put in her Apple password, and it would say Find My on there, and you could click on it and you can find, it would show you where that device is. Both iPhone and iPad.
Check the location of all of your items and devices in the Find Devices and Find Items apps.
If I go to Find My, which is an app on your phone, so a different way to do that would be to go to Find My, and you see where it says, Jim, where it says devices, and if you hit the plus sign, and is there a way to, your wife would have to do it on her device, share my location. Okay. Now I've added my wife's on here and there's her devices, so I can tell where her, for example, iPad is. And there's where her iPad and iPhone are. But she has to allow you to do that on her device. You okay, Jim?
Well, I wasn't able to follow all that, but
Okay, Paul, just one more time. The initial thing is go to Find My.
yes,
So you go to the Find My application,
yes,
and then you hit the plus sign. She does that on her device. Hit the plus sign, and then share my location. And by the way, folks, I do recommend you do that for your device with your, let's say, your children. So if you don't contact them, they're trying to reach you and they can't, and they're concerned, they can actually do a Find My on their device and see where your phone or your iPad or your watch are.
Bill, in order to get the, don't you have to go to settings and then Find My and turn on the share location before you even get into the other stuff?
Oh, she would have to do that?
Yeah, on her device, she
Yeah,
would go
you go to
to settings,
settings.
Find My, and then share location.
Where's Find My in settings? I think it's the Find My app. You go and tap share. Where do you do that in settings? Find My.
It was under Apple ID, I think. I just did a search for Find My in settings.
Okay, there it is. Find
No,
My.
go back to your,
I
go
got
back
it.
to
I
your
got it.
picture.
You tap your
There's
name.
Find My.
Oops. And then Find My.
Find My in the second block, and then share
then-
location.
Okay, I'm sharing mine with my wife. But
Right.
And then
So you have
tap
share
that.
my location turned on.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Jim, or Bill. So you have to turn that on first, is what Bill's saying, and he's right. So Jim, did you follow that one?
no, I didn't.
No?
No.
Okay, you go to settings
Okay,
first.
wait a minute. Settings and then what?
Tap your name at the top.
Yep,
And then go down to where it says Find My.
yes,
Tap that. And there, make sure you have Share My Location turned on.
share. Yes, I've got that on.
Okay. And now where it says, does it say family down there below
It
that?
says friends, and it's got my wife's name there.
Okay, so now you're sharing your information with her.
Okay,
She would have to do the same thing on her device to
okay,
share it
okay,
with
okay.
you.
So then I
Okay.
can find her phone from mine.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
and if she's
How can
attached to
you-
your, and if she's attached to her phone, you can find her.
Yes.
How
Go
do you
ahead.
set that up if it doesn't say anybody under share my location?
I'm too, first of all, Sharon, I haven't done this. I've only done it with my wife. Does it say something under share my location? Mine says family. Does your share say anything there?
It says share your location with family and friends. Messages.
It does, and there's an arrow there.
Well, it's
I'm
no, it's
talking
on or
about
off.
this area.
On or off.
No, there's no arrow. It just has the message. And it says people who can see your location will appear here.
Okay, so then you go to the Find My application. So far, Sharon? So go back to your home screen and do a search for the Find My application.
I have it.
Okay, tap it. And it says share my location.
Oh, and that's where I add the people.
That's where you add who will get your information.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. Wow. There's the first feature I'd like to talk to you about is, well, let me try to pick one that's a little less. We did that one. It's called Contact Poster. Okay. Contact posters allow you to create a custom contact card for yourself so that when you so that you control how you appear in other iPhone users. You'll be prompted to set up when you open the phone or contacts app for the first time after updating to iOS 17. However, you may not have done this. And if you have not done this, so when you send a message, or I'm not sure if it happens on email, but when you send a message, your picture shows up when they receive the message. So the way in which you do this, and like everybody to try it, I will run through it and then I will run through it and then then we'll talk about how you can do it. So if you just watch first, right? Open the Contacts app, which is this guy, and tap the I open Contacts. At the top of the list, is your name. You tap that. It's called My Card. Okay.
We didn't see your name at the top.
I see his name.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay, thank you.
And right in this area, it says Contact Photo and Poster. You tap that. And then you tap edit. Now I have multiple ones I've set up, so I'll just create a new one. And I'm going to use a photo. And I'll select, since I have me identified a bunch of places, we'll select this one. Okay, and it comes up and says, Bill, everything's fine. You know, I could change the coloration a little bit. All right. You can tap the name at the top and change the font, make it a little smaller, bigger. Could change the color of it. So they give you all these wonderful features, right? Most of us don't need them all, right? You can tap the three dots and you can create a depth effect. Now, that's so-so. You don't really need to do that. And then tap done. So now you've created, right? You tap continue. And, ooh, just a minute. I have to go back one. Right? Edit. And now I have my contact photo. All right. So let's go back and go through that. Step one, we open the contacts app. And we go to our list of contacts and we scroll till we have the top of the screen where your name is. It says my card. You tap that. Tap contact poster, photo and poster. Tap that.
Where did you find photo and poster?
Just a minute.
Thank you.
You tapped your name at the top.
Oh, I got my
And
name.
it should show up right here, the bottom.
It's got a list, message, call, FaceTime, and my telephone number.
Right. But right below that,
Yeah. Bill, when I looked at mine, you have always asked and I have disabled. How do I'm at 17. How do I get it undisabled?
Say that again, always ask.
Where you have always asked under your contact photo and poster, I have the word disabled and I can't click on it.
Let me get through this and I'll get to that. Or if you would check on that, because I don't quite remember and have to play around because I remember filling that out. So
Okay, I'll check on it.
Okay.
So I tapped on my name and I got my initials and it says message, call, FaceTime.
You have iOS 17 on your device.
No, not yet. No, that's the
You won't be able
problem.
to. The subject of today's class is what's new in iOS 17.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
If we don't
Okay,
have iOS 17, we can't do what you're talking about. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Bill, I just looked at your name on my phone and I did have an old picture and now I have the picture of you with the red shirt on.
Yeah, I know I changed it.
Yeah,
But
you just changed it.
no, I don't have a
So,
red shirt on right now. I have one with a red shirt, but not.
well, that's the one that's showing up on mine on the poster.
Okay, I understand. You're seeing this one, right?
Yes, yes,
I think that's the one I currently have out there.
yes.
This is the one I just
So it's
created.
nice. It's nice.
Thank you.
Bill, when I go to contacts, it just says things allow contact to answer Siri and search, account, short order. Why am I not getting?
I'm not in
anything?
settings. I'm not in settings.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the app.
Not in settings. Okay. All right.
Okay. And we
Oh.
tap our name at the top of the contacts list. And we should have this new thing that shows up in iOS 17 called Contact Photo and Poster.
No.
Okay.
I just have
And then
lists, all contacts, all Gmail, all iClouds.
Oh, you mean this list?
Yes.
Tap on all contacts.
Okay.
And then it should show up at the top.
Okay. Oh, it does. Okay.
And then we tap that name. And then where it says contact photo or in posters, tap that. And then tap edit. And then create new. And you can choose, everybody follow me at least that far. So I have, it says a blank slate up here and it says camera, photos, Memoji, and monogram. Okay, do we have that or have I gone past where people are? Okay, and I can choose from a photo. I can take a picture. On this time, I'm going to check just the monogram. Okay. And I have the initials BC there.
How do you get it if it's backwards?
Uh-huh. That's because of the way you have your contacts set up.
Okay.
I don't think you can edit the BC, right? You'd have to in settings and contacts, you'd have to make first name, last name instead of last name, first name
Okay.
for viewing it.
So what else can you do on here for you?
Okay, so I've set that. And then I tap done. And now I tap continue. And continue. So now I have that particular thing that I can select.
What does it mean? Choose your poster?
No, I this time I chose to just choose the initials. If I would have wanted a picture, I could have chosen that one.
Okay.
I don't want the red one. I want the back. I'm trying to get my face more centered in the picture. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Number one. An interesting one they've added has to do with your voicemail. And Bill, did you get your question answered?
No, the instructions say go to the phone app, tap edit in the upper left corner, and then tap the name card. But I have to tap photo sharing, and I can't find that anywhere, so I'm still stuck.
Okay, hold on. The only reason I'm hesitating, Bill, is I saw a place where I did that, and keep looking. One of the things you can do, when somebody calls you, so I'm changing subjects. I'm switching to something called live voicemail. When somebody calls you and you don't answer, they leave a voicemail and you can go listen to it. They've added a feature where they can actually transcribe that voicemail to a text to text. Ever get a phone call from an unknown number but don't want to pick it up? Live voicemail is a new feature that takes the iPhone back to the days of an answering machine. Now, whenever you receive a call, you'll be able to see a live transcription of the voicemail message being left by the caller. This can help you determine who is calling and why, allowing you to decide whether or not you want to answer the phone. This works with all phone calls, not just ones from unknown callers. While this feature is enabled by default, when updating to iOS 17, here's how you make sure that it's updated. You open Settings, and you go to the phone app, and you scroll down and tap Live Photo or Live Voicemail. I have to find it here.
Why are you looking under photo?
Oh, that's a good question. That's why I can't find it. Starts with a P. Hold on. Thank you.
On mine, when I look at the phone, it shows the little reel. And when I press on that, it has the typed message.
You see where it says live voicemail? I
Yes.
just turned it on. Okay. Now somebody has to call me. Bill, are you still looking or can you call?
I'll call you.
Okay. Now I'm not going to answer. Whenever you're receiving a live voicemail, you can tap the message icon to send a quick text to the caller, or tap the green phone icon and accept the call. So I can send a quick message. I can also tap the reel there. Are you saying something, Bill? So I'll wait till he leaves a message.
I'll hang up after I said something.
Okay. Ooh. I lost him. Yeah, I don't want to call him.
You're calling me. Should I answer it?
No. Why don't you try that again? Give me a call. I'm going to send him a message, say I can't talk right now. So I sent him a message. And he
I
can
got
leave
just got
me
your
a-
text. Sorry, I can't talk right now.
And now are you able to give me a message?
Okay, I replied to your message.
And I got him.
Yeah, you just had that.
Oh, come on. Now, folks, I have not tried this before, so I got the
Okay.
voice message, but I didn't get the text.
On mine, when you press on there, it'll show the text. You press
You
on the
press on,
voice
and it-
message and it'll show the
Yeah.
writing of what he said on mine.
there it is, transcription. Okay. And now it's saying that on the message.
There's a lot more garbage content because I was recording for a while.
Okay, well, no, I only got that.
Just delete them.
I don't think that seems very helpful. My understanding when I read that was that it was going to be an audio that you could hear what the voicemail was saying before you picked it up. So this whole thing getting a text doesn't seem very helpful.
You can hear it too, because when I'm in the car, I'll press it and I'll hear what they said.
But that's when it's over. My understanding was going to,
Yeah,
that it was going to be while it was happening, you would get the message
Me
read
too.
to you.
Me too.
So they need to work on it for it to be helpful.
I agree. Because it looks like in the diagram I've got, it says, well, it says voicemail, and then you can slide to answer is what should show up on my phone, and it did not.
Okay, let me leave you a
Still-
voicemail message and see if that works.
Okay. So give me a call.
Does he have 17?
I'll leave it go to voicemail.
Yes,
We can see that your phone is getting a call from Bill Kellerman. Bill Keller.
See if he starts leaving a message. Ah, see that? And I can say accept. Hi, Bill. Were you trying to leave a message? Were you trying to leave a message, buddy?
Apparently not finished.
yeah, I was leaving you a message, and in the middle of my leaving the message, it started printing it on your screen, and then when you picked it up, we were connected.
Okay. So it does work.
Yes,
I
it
just
does.
I can't touch the phone and do some weird things
Right.
while that's happening.
You have to wait until you've got a long message to start with. And so you got to wait
Yep.
for me to hear your message and then get the beep. And then when I begin talking is when it activates.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That helped.
Heretofore, if someone left a message, you had to hit the I button to get that message. Correct?
No. When they called, I just didn't do anything and just kept an eye on the phone. And the minute they started talking, I started seeing this transcribed message showing up on my phone.
Yes, but before, if they left a voice message, the only way you knew that was by the little notification that said it was a voice message.
Hey, Bill, want to try it one more time, please?
Sure.
So he's going to call me, and I'm just not going to touch my phone. So he's calling. Okay. Then I come on and say, this is 941, whatever. Please leave a message after the beep. And now he's waiting. Now I'm waiting. See the screen? And then he starts talking and it transcribes it immediately. So you see, that's what he said on his voice message. Okay. Okay, and now I can accept, if I tap accept, I'll be talking to him. If I tap message, I'll send a message to him. So I'll do message this time. And just say, sorry, I can't talk right now.
I
Okay,
just received a text message that you can't talk right now.
okay. So it's a little more straightforward than we thought.
It's helpful because basically you don't know what the message or from whom it is. Otherwise, the way it was.
Right there, I've got the message from Bill. Sorry, I can't talk, right? And if I go to my phone, I have the message. Right? It's from Bill Kelleher. There's his message transcribed.
We just lost your phone on the
Yes, you
system.
did. Hope
But
I get it back. I don't know.
yeah.
I got you.
What happens is that after the recording and the beep, then when I
Yeah.
start talking, you can see it on your screen with a live, but it doesn't save it. It doesn't appear to save it anywhere, unless.
No, it did. Oh, it saved it in my phone voicemail.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I mean, It's still, everything is there the way it used to. It's just if you leave your phone as it's receiving the phone call, it will show you the transcription on the phone. And you don't need to go to voicemail to get it.
Yeah, that's a useful feature.
Yeah. Everybody, there's a feature on your phones, and this is on all our phones, not just iOS 17. It's called AirDrop. And what it enables you to do, and we've talked about it a little bit in the past, it's hard for me to demo it because AirDrop requires you to be within 50 feet of the person you're airdropping to. And so let's pretend you're on a cruise and you went on a special excursion and you saw something extraordinary, and you're having dinner with another couple, let's say, after that evening, and you start explaining it to them, and you say, "Could you show me some pictures of that?" And they say, "Sure." And they pull out their iPhone, you pull out your iPhone, and the thing you have to do, first of all, is just make sure your Wi-Fi and your Bluetooth are turned on. They don't need to be connected to anything, just they need to be turned on. And the way you do that is you go to settings, you go to the top where it says Wi-Fi, and you just make sure that it's green up here. You don't have to be attached to a Wi-Fi network on the ship or anything. It's just you're looking for a Wi-Fi network. The same is true for Bluetooth. You just make sure it's on. Okay? Once you've done that, you can let's go to my photos, and I'll pick up this wonderful picture of this eagle that I saw. All right? There's the eagle, right? And I click the share box. Now you can't see the share box on your phone. Remember the share box? I'm sorry, you can't see it on the screen. It shows up on your phone, and it's a box with an arrow coming out the top, right? So I tap that, and it comes up and says AirDrop. The only thing you knew to do at that time, go ahead and do it with me. Okay, do it with me. So I'm going to start over again. You go to your photos. You find a picture you'd like to share. Okay. There's a picture I'd like to share. Okay. And hopefully you have that picture on your phones right now. And you tap the little icon in the lower right-hand corner called Share, with a share box, and you tap AirDrop. Okay. Now on my device, the only thing that shows up is my iPad, which is right within 50 feet of me. If you were sitting with these other people across the table, their phone would show up on your phone. You would tap their phone, and I just shared it with my iPad. Okay.
Bill, when I try to airdrop things, how do I airdrop it to me? When I press airdrop, I get 3 other people in my apartment building.
You do. So they're right below and above. Yeah, they're very close.
Yes,
okay.
yes. I even
And
get
you can't,
somebody.
yeah, you don't normally share it with yourself. You would normally share it with them. If you tapped one of theirs, they would get that picture showing up on their device and say, "Do you want to save it?"
Okay, so I don't have any way of just sending something to myself.
Not like this.
Okay, all right. Well, I even have somebody's TV on my.
Yes, yes.
No, I don't have a TV. It has to be somebody else in another building. It's really frustrating. Anyway, go back to where you were. Thank you.
Lesson learned, though,
Bill?
don't share.
How did you get it to your iPad?
I don't
Why
know
did it-
why it went to I don't know why, but my iPad was sitting right here and it went there.
Does the iPad have to be turned on?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, it has to be turned on.
Okay. And my iPad is very close, and when I sent something, it didn't go anywhere. It just says no people found.
Was the iPad turned on?
I don't think so.
Okay. If the iPad is turned on, it may find your iPad. Make sure the iPad has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth turned on as well.
To my iPad when I turned my iPad on.
Say again, please.
This is Leah, and it went to my iPad when I
All
turned
right.
my iPad on. Now I have a hippo picture on my iPad. And I can see it happening on the phone because it changed on the phone and gave me information what it was doing.
Yep.
I have a question
Now, because it's your iPad, it doesn't say, your iPad doesn't say, do you want to receive this?
It doesn't.
You probably already have the picture on your iPad. Now you have
You're
it
right.
twice.
I have a question of Find My. Can
Go
you
ahead.
can you find someone that has not an Apple ID, like an Android, if you have an Apple?
I don't think so.
It has
I
to.
don't think the Find My is a unique thing for iPhones and iPads.
Thank you.
I think Apple devices has their own technique of doing that. I don't know, I don't believe, and I could be wrong, that they go cross-platform. Does anybody have any experience on that one? I do not, but it's a unique kind of feature.
Then you would have to know the person to whom you are sending and what kind of equipment they have.
What are we talking about, AirDrop, or are we talking about Find
Yes,
My?
talking about the airdrop. I thought that's what she was
Air-
still talking about.
No, she was asking about Find My.
Oh, excuse me.
Searching iMessages is a useful feature. So if you have this message you got that's been going on for 3 months with somebody and you haven't deleted it, and you just keep adding to the threads, it can be difficult to use since search results will show you every text thread that includes in your query. You can now filter that in the Message app. Tap the search bar. So if I go to the Message app and I tap search, tap the name of the person, and then tap the query. So let's say I'm after Bill Kelleher. And I just tap him, right? And it says messages to Bill Kelleher, right? Yeah. And then I tap search. And I should be able to put in the search criteria. Didn't have any. If I type in something, it's got to be in in the letter somewhere. In essence, you're trying to find a specific message in that whole transaction that has that particular word in it. Okay. Now, if you do a lot of messaging, you may like that particular feature.
If you do messages and you don't ever do that kind of thing, did they eventually come off your phone?
No, a message stays there. Well, I think there's a setting in messages. The question is, how long do messages stay on your phone? You go to messages. Trying to see. Oh, there it is. It says message history. And mine says keep messages and it's forever. But you can change that so they delete after 30 days, a year, or forever.
If
That's
you
in
delete,
settings. Go ahead, Bill.
yeah, if you, it looks like if you delete a thread, then that won't be on the search. But if you've kept it going, like I didn't delete messages from you, so I got some from prior weeks as well on mine.
Yep.
And so it depends on whether if you don't house clean your threads, then you will end up getting a lot of messages, and then the search is more valuable to find something.
So here's Bill, and we have this thing going back and forth. I had one with my daughter-in-law. I thought that went back a long way. Yeah. Here's one with my daughter-in-law. Goes way back. Okay.
Mine with you goes back to 2020.
So you have them forever, right?
I just noticed on mine that it says keep messages 30 days. And I assume that means that after 30 days, they're deleted.
That's correct.
If you look at the messages that we exchanged today and tried to search on the word test, I sent one message that has test in it. Should find that one.
How do I get to the search bar? Ah. So I want those messages, and then I want TEST. Yep. So you see what happened? It did a gradual filter for me. If I go to right, and I type in Alex, and it finds every message in that whole sequence that has the word Alex in it. All right.
I also text messages to myself, which are sort of reminders, and I really like that because they're easy to
Okay.
find.
And why don't you, I thought you were a big proponent of reminders.
I am, but sometimes messages are easier to find and I have it up in my favorites, so it's a quick click.
Okay.
Bill, I have a question. I went to messages and it shows disable and delete if you want to stop using messages in iCloud. I don't have all the message like everybody says because I clean them up every couple days. But
Okay.
should I disable and delete? What are they asking me to do?
Well, I keep mine
Okay,
and I control, for example, I have some way down here and I control them. So I got all these from you folks today, right?
yes,
And the way to quickly delete them is just slide to the left and
yeah, I
delete.
do that. I do that. Yeah. But
Yeah.
this other thing where it's got messages and it has in red disable and delete. Do I want to do that? I don't think so. It
Say that
says
again, please.
it says disable and delete if you want to stop using messages in iCloud and recover your iCloud storage. You can disable it on all your devices. You will have 30 days to download your messages.
I guess I would not disable that.
I don't think so either. Okay, thank you.
Okay, one I showed you last time, I want to show you again. It was in photos. And they added the capability. Now, last several times ago, when we were talking about photos, we did the facial recognition thing. And let me do it on my iPad this time so I can show you what's happening. If I go to my photos and I come down here and I pick a picture, I pick one of my classes. Oh, this one. No, I've got all those people. Oh, I wonder if I get. Okay, there's a picture. Let's see if I can. Yes. Okay, so I have a picture there. And if I put my finger here and pull up on the picture, try it again, I get this at the bottom. Each one of the faces has a little question mark on it. So if I tap one of them has a question mark, it says name this person. And that person happens to be somebody I already have. It's just an older picture of her. It's just it's a picture of in a previous life. and I say it's that person, and I say done, that person is now added, or that picture is now added to her faces. So if I go back to my albums and I go people and pets, right? And there's Sharon, and there's a picture of her right there. Okay, so that's how you would do it for people. You can also now do it for pets. So if I go to my photo library, if I go to my recents, all albums recents, I wonder if it would pick up Mickey Mouse there. Well, let me go find pictures of dogs, DOGS. Now, we can always do pictures of dogs or cats or zebras, giraffes. We can always do the generic kind of animals. So I just happen to do dogs here. And here's all the pictures I have of dogs. Okay. So I'm going to tap this one. Now, not only do you get a picture of a dog, but you can put your finger on it, pull up, and it shows you the little circle at the bottom. It says, I'm good enough to be able to identify individual dogs. So I'll tap it on that, and I'll say, actually, I did it already. Let me do a different dog. Let me do it on the, anybody know what kind of dog that is? I'll tap it on there, right? And I did that one already too. I called it Fluffy. How about this one? All right. And I pull up, I tap it. It says, name that pet. And I'll name it Sunshine. SUNSHINE. I tap next. Said I want to name. I want you to find every picture I have of Sunshine and add it to Sunshine's face, right? Now I only have one picture of Sunshine, but when I go down here and click on people and pets, Sunshine is there, and it would list all the other pictures of Sunshine that I have in my library. Okay. Any questions on that one? Hopefully, if you have a pet, you've tried that and see how it works. By the way, you can also find, if you go to search, you can find many, many different things you have. Houses. I have all the pictures of houses. I have 20 pictures of houses in here, all kinds of different houses. Right? I even have bird houses. Get the idea? You can do trees and waterfalls and how about moon? MOON. There's 23 pictures of moons that I have. Any questions about that? All right, enough iOS 17. What's next week?
Apple Watch, and I have a question about that, Bill. when I had my Android, I bought the watch and I had such a hard time, I gave it away. Now I've got Apple. I want to go out and buy an Apple Watch. What do you recommend or where? Because I want to be ready for your class next week.
You know, I sent everybody a note.
Apple Watch Basic 1 is next week.
No. One of my students recommended. I don't know if she's on the call today or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I am. It's me and
Go ahead.
Barbara. And
Go ahead, Barbara.
yeah, I purchased already 2 phones, one for myself and one for my husband, and 2 watches, one for myself and one for my husband, from this really good website that sells used equipment, and it's called swappa.com. That's S is in Sam, W is Wednesday, A, P is in Peter, P is in Peter, A, swappa.com. My only suggestion is before you actually buy something, I would suggest that you know exactly what model you want, exactly what you want to pay for it, exactly what features you want. And then when that particular item comes up for sale, then you're able to buy it.
Okay.
It's a legitimate site. You can feel safe buying from them because they really vet their whoever sells something.
Okay, thank you.
Barbara, which watch did you get?
I got the 8. I got the 8 for myself, and I think I got the 6 for my husband.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
The one other thing also that I would suggest is when you go to that website, you'll see some individual people that are selling products they have. And you also will see, like, I don't know what they are, like stores or some things, because you'll see like on the stores, these people have 4,000 reviews and all that kind of stuff. Personally, I thought it was better dealing with the individual people, and you can tell who's an individual because, they only have 1 or 2 previous sales instead of thousands of sales.
Thank you.
And if you're going to get a watch, you might want to get it as an 8. And the other feature, the major feature is the memory, get 32 gigs. But do you want cellular capability? And that's the ability to make a phone call with your watch without having your phone next to you.
Oh, that's good.
And you have to pay extra to your cell phone provider in order to get that watch attached to your plan.
Okay. Yeah, I'm an AT&T retiree, and I just as soon go and get the new thing and warranty and whatever. But
okay,
good points that you gave me.
All right.
Why wouldn't you want a 9?
Well, if you want to buy you want to pay full price, you probably have to go to a 9.
Yeah. And the one feature that I am missing is my watch face on my 5 that I had. I had multiple watch faces and I could change them just by swiping. You can't do that on the 9, and that frustrates me. So
the way you do it on the 9 is you press the face, and then you can switch your watch faces. Okay, you just press down on the face and then slide to the watch face you want.
Oh, well, that's better than I did know, but I still have to press down, but that's okay. Thank you. Thank you. And
that's for
they
the class.
also, Yeah, they have free classes out at the Apple store.
There you go.
On different parts of their equipment. When I was there asking questions last week, they were actually teaching a watch class. And they're
Which is
totally
what we're-
free. You just
Right.
go in and
Yeah, we got one that's totally free starting next week. This time, this
no,
place.
I had to pay the fee to have stud, but that's the best investment I've made in a long time.
Come on.
All of the Apple stores all over have free classes, and they also have them online. If
Yeah.
anyone's interested.
And there's also YouTube videos, which are pretty darn good, some of them.
Oh, MacMost, MacMost is a good site for Apple. He's,
Okay.
he's
Hey,
not,
Bill.
he's
Bill,
not, some of them are like a crazy, but he is good. Okay,
Yeah.
James next. James, go ahead.
And I have there's a lady I've used to prep for the classes that does a really good job as well. And I don't have her info here, but I'll have it for next time.
Oh, good, thank you.
hey,
Okay,
Bill, wait, may
Go
I ask
ahead.
a question?
go, please.
To name the animal, you just pressed on the animal and that little thing came up at the bottom to name?
Oh, what you do is you find the picture of the animal first.
Yes.
So let me go to my photos. I'm gonna have to find dogs again. Okay. All right, so I'll
Yes.
pick one of these little pups, that one, right?
Yep, yes.
And then I put my finger on it and I pull up.
Put your finger and pull up.
So I get the little circle in the bottom left-hand corner.
I don't get that.
See over here, this little circle?
No, I don't get that when I pull up.
You have to pull up, not on the picture itself. You pull up on the edge of it, like, let me try to show you. If I put my finger here, come on, not showing up. Okay, I'm putting my finger over here, Jim,
Where?
not on the face.
Okay,
On the if you put it on the face, it'll tend to want to do a sticker of it. If you put it off the face and pull up, you'll get a little circle on the lower left-hand side that shows you the faces or pet faces that it identifies. Did you get that
Yes.
far?
I do. I think so, yes.
And then you just tap that little circle and it says, name this pet.
Yes, okay, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And then you go from there.
Thank you.
Okay? Cutie is the name of that one. Okay. Two Mexican detectives were investigating a murder at Juan Gonzalez. How was he killed? Asked one detective. With a golf gun, the other detective replied. A golf gun? What's a golf gun? I don't know, but it sure made a hole in one. Hole in one. All right. That was bad enough, folks.
Thank you, though.
See you next time.
Have a great week. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
Have
Thanks,
a great
Bill.
week. Have
Yes,
a great
thank you.
week, everybody. Yeah.
See you Monday night.
Yes. See you Monday night.
Yeah.
Good luck with your
Bye-bye.
printer. it's the Wi-Fi network you're having a problem with. So you gotta.
Yes, I know that. And
You
yet it
gotta
works
set the-
everywhere else in my house.
I know,
The
it
phone-
lost, it lost it somehow.
Yes,
So,
but it had it very well for about a month and a half and then just went. So,
you didn't change your router, did you?
not that I know of.
Okay.
Not
Sometimes you
in
have to
that, not in that time. My kids were working
Yeah.
with my TV sound before, during the summer,
There's-
but
there-
before all that.
Yeah, there's a way to do it on your printer. You have to tap some things and do it, but there's a way to
Well,
do that. All right. Take care, everybody.
You too. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye.